Hey, what's up, snipers? It's old Bob here, also known as Rev Crypto here, live coming at you tonight on Snipers 2. Wow, this room's filling up fast, and I really appreciate everybody showing up tonight. Got an interesting show that's about to happen tonight. As promised, I told you, excuse me, I got my cigarette there. I told you that I was going to give you something very important that's going to help you out day to day going forward here at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to help you out. I promise it's going to help you out. It's going to make you make better decisions going forward in your trading in cryptocurrency. Now, I've got my hands full here. All these people over here watching over here on the channel. And so if I don't get right to it, I'm a little bit different than Naeem. He's got all this sophisticated equipment. I got a $6,000 computer, and I'm surrounded by 3 screens, and that's about it. But anyways, just sit back and relax. We're going to talk about a few things. First and foremost, about what's coming up tonight. First of all, we're going to be talking about a trading system that's going to help you make better decisions in your trading. Hopefully, it'll make you a lot more profitable. Now, and there's a few things that I just want to mention right off the bat. Please be courteous in the chat room. There's a lot going on. Naeem may or may not be on after the show here tonight, but I'm going to be having a chat hosted in the Discord, and you can find the Discord down in the underneath the video here, and also you can check out my channel. You can become a patron. There's just all kinds of things to do, but we sure want to see you over there in the Discord after this broadcast here tonight. So let's get started. What do you say? I appreciate all of y'all over there. Thank you so much for all the love going up. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday night. I'm really pumped about this show tonight, you guys. I mean, it is really, really got me fired up. Hopefully everybody will get something out of it. If not, that's fine too. We're just gonna carry on, and hopefully we'll see everybody over in Rev's Corner after the show here. So let's get it fired up. Hope everybody's going to enjoy this evening. All right, here we go. All right, so what makes up your trading system? Well, let's see if we get it over here, going here. There we go. Psychology makes up 60% of your trading system. It's your mindset of how you follow the rules of your system and manage your emotions. Let's talk about emotions a little bit. If you want to do this day in and day out, and I'm gonna stress this right from the start. Number one, you're not gonna make 100% wins all the time. You're not even gonna make 50-50. But by the end of this broadcast, I hope you'll have a better understanding about it. But psychology, what goes on up here, is 60% of what makes up your trading system. Okay, 60%. That's huge. So you got to learn to manage your emotions. You got to know what the right call is going into a trade. You got to watch signals, where your entry point and your exit point is. But mainly, you got to keep this in check. If you don't keep the old noodle in check, you're in for a bad ride here. A lot of you out there, and I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna look over here and see what is said in chat. How many of y'all sit in front of your computer more than 10 hours a day looking at the chart, seeing if that coin's going to go up or not? If you do that, say yes in chat. How many of y'all do that? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, yes. Andy does said yes. Oh Lord, now it's really taking off. Wow. That's too much emotion, y'all. I mean, seriously, that is way too much emotion. When was the last time you went outside and saw the sunshine or see it snow or see it rain? Huh? When was the last time you was able to go outside or go out to dinner with your family, your girlfriend, your wife, or even by yourself? I bet there's a whole lot of pizza being delivered somewhere. See, I'm going to show you a way where you can more or less set it and forget it. And I know somebody just said, what? You're going to do what? Yeah, I'm going to give you a way out, Because look, guys, if you're that emotionally invested in what you're doing, you're going to make more mistakes. Look, you gotta rest. You gotta eat, but also you gotta take time for yourself and for your family. If you don't do that, I mean, what's the difference in going any further than this? All right, how many of y'all are trying to swing for the fences right now and try to get that home run and get you a Lamborghini? How many of y'all are all out there doing that? Who's swinging for the fences right now? Somebody said, what's outside? Oh, Lord. There, see? Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody's trying to go for that old grand slam. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, you can't do that. What's better? To have a little bit in this hand or none in this hand? See? A little bit in this hand and none in this hand. If you're not willing to take that, then what I'm about to show y'all is not there. Okay? It's just not going to help you no matter what you do. You got to get out of that mindset of swinging for the fence. That, oh, it's God. I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be going, gone, and you're going to be broke. Plain and simple. Nothing else to say about it. So, I mean, I hope this going forward from right here, I just wanted to really get that out of the way. Because the system I'm going to show you, you got to do it consistently. If you don't do it consistently, it's not going to work. You can't change. You can't do nothing. You got to do it day in and day out as I show it to you. And the neat thing about it is you'll have this video to go back and forth and watch when you don't understand or you're making mistakes. Excuse me. So, all right, let's go on forward with this. So the 30% is position sizing. Who knows about position sizing? If you know what position sizing is, type it in chat. You're welcome. Whoop. Let me get back to the right screen here. Whoop. There we go. Anyways, I hit the wrong button. I was looking at the computer. Somebody says, Bob, put me on a hanging curve there. I hear you, brother. No idea what I'm talking about, positioning, sizing. Well, that's one of the things that you should know because it's a different name for risk management. Risk management, y'all. That's what position sizing is. So you take your positioning or your risk management, and right now you're throwing it out the door. You're still swinging for the fence out there, trying to be first to the finish line. You got to start learning how to control your risk management, because if you don't, you're going to be in serious trouble, people. And I don't know, somebody was on the live stream last night, blowing Naeem up, saying that I'm self-centered. Oh, Rev, he's self-centered. He don't want to listen, or he's got one-way view. No, it's not that I don't want to listen, and it's not that I've got a one-way view. I'm just doing stuff that's working. Maybe that person's a little discouraged because, it's not working for him, and he wants to pick on old Bob here. But the Rev, he don't care, I'm not doing it to be ugly. When I'm very passionate about something, my emotion gets up, it's because I'm doing it for a reason. It's not because I'm trying to make money. I'm doing it because I don't want to see that person, you, making a problem for yourself, and you're broke. And then you come back later and say, well, maybe I should have listened to Rev. But I hope everybody that's in this room here tonight is going to, or watching this stream tonight, is going to change things. And when you start making money, I want you to spread it everywhere. I'm just paying it forward, guys. Let me give you a little bit of background about old Rev here. I'm a 30-year retired paramedic. Nothing's ever been given to me in my life. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I worked hard all my life. I've seen some of the worst stuff in the world. And, I'm paying it forward. I'm here to help you make a better life for yourself. I'm living the dream right now because I'm sitting pretty right now. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have a trading I have a history, I should say, in trading, and I've been doing it for several years. Excuse me. But I've also, like y'all, is somewhat new to the crypto world, but not as new as some of you are. I'm new to the aspect. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. So that's how new I am. But, I mean, I knew about it. I dabbled in it earlier, but, I've traded Forex. I've traded stocks and commodities, whole different ball game. This is volatile. This will make you broke quick. And trust me, after a while, I've learned that you can't take shortcuts, everybody. I mean, everybody that's swinging for the fences right now, you just can't take shortcuts. All right, so Rev's preached a little bit. You know a little bit about me now, so we're going to move forward. All right, on our pie chart here that you're looking at, 10% of this is all strategy, being your entry signals and your exit signals and following the rules. Some of you are going against the grain. You're trying to swim north up the river that's flowing south. That ain't going to work for you very long, folks. Let me tell you, you're going to get tired. So I want you to take and see this. You're trying to sell on a uptrend and buy on a downtrend. I mean, it's crazy. But after you learn this system tonight, and hopefully everybody will adapt to it and try it, try it. It works. It's proven. You'll get a little bit of money in your pocket, and you'll quit swinging for the fences and be smart about things. All right. Position sizing is a part of your trading system that tells you how many shares to buy or sell per trade. Okay. Position sizing will help you determine how many shares you should go long or short on for a particular trade, your risk per trade, and the overall risk to your portfolio. Yeah, risk management. Wow. And your expected return to your portfolio. So, I mean, you gotta understand that all this takes, it's pretty important, y'all. And you need to be paying attention from this part going forward, because things are going to get real interesting at this point. Okay, so everybody with me so far? Okay. Hope everybody is getting something out of this. All right, steps to calculate positioning size. Step 1, calculate your capital. All right, that's your cash or your coins, wherever you're sitting at and whatever you're doing. That getting a hold of this right here is going to tell you how many shares you should buy, or how much you can afford to buy. Okay, you got to have money to operate with, and if you're stretched out in one coin, you're really limited right now. So you got to calculate that. All right, so this is going forward right here. Remember this number. Let's say you got $10,000 racked up in your trading account there. Let's throw that in there. Let's say you just got $10,000. All right. The second step is determining your risk per trade. Okay. Risk refers to the maximum loss per trade. This is the maximum amount of money you can lose if your stop loss hits. Okay. And everybody says, man, I don't set a stop loss. Well, you better start setting a stop loss going forward right here, okay? All right. This loss should never be more than 1 to 3% of your capital, okay? And I suggest right here that you use only 1% of your capital, and you got to be consistent with it, okay? All right. Never risk more than 1 to 3% of your capital on any investment going forward. That's where you're losing money at, folks. That's where you're losing money at. If you don't take nothing else from me tonight, take this. Never risk more than 1% of your capital on any investment. And I say 3%, but right now I want you to capitalize on 1%. So let's say you start this trading system today. You can't do 1% today and then do 2% tomorrow and go back to 1% today. I mean the following day. You got to do it consistently every single day. Then once you get used to one step, you're going to take it a step further, okay? You can go up to 2%, or you can go to 3% for the ones that like to swing for the old fence there. But once you figure out what you got going on here in the next little bit, you'll see what I'm talking about. but never, ever risk more than 1% of your capital on any investment. Because what if you make that wrong decision? You're going to swing for the fence, and you're all excited about this one coin because you got your emotions jammed up in it, and you're going to say, well, I'm going to swing for the fence now. And it takes a dump, and it goes in the wrong direction. And all of a sudden, you're looking at, wow, I just lost a lot of money. So keep that in mind. If you don't take nothing else, save that one for a rainy day. All right, step 3, determine your position size for each investment, okay? And how we're going to do that? We're going to use this formula right here, all right? So we know that let's give an example here. You want to go long on Ripple, XRP, and your entry price is $8.60. You're going to set a stop loss because we're always, from this day going forward, we're going to set a stop loss, okay? And you want a profit target at $10. Let me show you how you're going to get there, all right? First, we're going to take 1%, remember the 1% rule, times 10,000, because we know that we had, as our example, 10,000 in capital, okay? Then, we're going to bring this up. You say, Red, what is that? Well, you'll hear me talk about 2R or 2 reward or 1 risk or 1R, okay? So we know our entry point is going to be $8.60. We already figured that out. So we're going to take and set our stop loss at $7.90. All right? So here's how we're going to come up with the risk per share. Okay? You just minus 860 minus 790, and you come up with 70 cents. Okay? That's your risk per share. Okay? So we'll just throw that up there. All right? So now we want to set that profit target at $10. All right? So now we want, where the 2R comes in, that's 2% that you're going to gain towards your profit target, all right, which is $1.40. You want to set your profit target double than your stop loss, okay? So doubling your stop loss, 70 times 2 is $1.40. And $1.40 to $8.60 is your profit target that you're trying to achieve here, which is $10. Okay? So now let's take it a little step further here. So how many shares can you buy with that? Well, let's see here. You're going to take the number of shares of XRP, and that's 1% times 10,000, which gives you 100. Let me highlight this right here. Okay. Get my laser pen out. That's 1% times $10,000. That's our predetermined number, as we see up here, equals 100. So 1% equals 100. All right. So now we're going to take our 70% right here, 70 cents, and we're going to figure we're going to take 100 divided by 0.70 equals 143 shares. So now your position is you bought in at $8.60 times 143. That's going to give you $1,229.80 that you got invested in Ripple right now. Okay, that's not this. This is not your risk right here, y'all. This $1,200 here, that's not your risk. The maximum amount of money that you can lose is only $100. Look at there. That's the maximum amount of money. If the sale went in today and boom, it hit stop loss, the maximum amount of money you're going to lose is $100. Now, do you see the value in, I said 1%? Okay, 1% is all you need here, y'all. So going forward, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat here. So going forward, you got to realize that using this system right here is going to save you a lot of time and money. Okay, a lot of time and money. If you don't set them stop losses and try to minimize your losses, look, and we're going to see in the next few minutes here what I'm talking about. Anybody ever heard of the house always wins when you go to the casino? The house always wins. And all of us have been there before. You know, we've been to the casino and we try to take money and throw it against the wall, hoping that it will stick. It don't stick, does it? Nope. And the house always wins their daggone money, because we've been to that casino and we've seen time and time again, they'll start pouring on the drinks, you know, and you're having a good time. You might win a little bit here and you might win a little bit there. But at the end of the night, 9 times out of 10, you don't go out of there with any very much money, okay? Some of you might, because some of you are smart. But there's been times that, hey, I've been out of the way quite a bit. So I've lost a lot of money at the casino. I've lost a lot of money in trading because, one, we can't win 100% of the time. And if you think that, then you're in sad shape. But what I'm going to teach you coming up here is pretty powerful. It's going to show you ways that you can maximize your winning and maximize your losses, even if you go on the 50-50 trade. Let's get to it. All right, so professional trading equal trade like a casino. Who wants to win? Well, let's pull it up here. As we can tell, for example, the old 50-50 rule. Everybody says, well, I played roulette before, you know, it ain't nothing. They just spin that wheel and round and round she goes. They throw that little marble on there and, you know, you wait for it to land on red or black or one of the green numbers. But see, casinos are smart. They cheat. What you think you're getting away with, the casino's got you figured out already. But as you can see, there's 18 red numbers and 18 black numbers. 18 are even and 18 are odd. But there's 2 green numbers. And that gives the casino an edge over the players. Let's say you bet on black or red. What are your chances of winning? You're right. It's 50-50. So let's say, let's figure this out. What do you think the odds are in favor of the players here? Okay, let's do the math. All right, it's 18. We got 18 numbers, but actually that's 38 numbers we got. All right, which equals 47.3%. So if you bet black, let's just say you bet black, and you know you're swinging for the fences. You got $1,000 on that black. Well, now let's see how much the casino gets and how they got it rigged. They got 20% of you, of them beating you, and they got the same numbers as you, except for they got them green numbers right there. Because now they've taken them green numbers because you bet black, you didn't hit on green. So they got the same chances as you, except for they got them two numbers right there. So that gives them an advantage of 52.7%. That's pretty powerful right there. What does that equate to? It's a casino statistical edge. 5.4%. So over the long run, for every dollar that is bet in the casino makes 5.4 cents. Okay? That's huge. So for every $1 million bet, their profit is $54,000. And they got it down to a science. And, you know, it's insane if you think about it, because they're feeding you the drinks. They're giving you good food. They might even comp you a room. But here's the thing, you know, they got it down that for every dollar that you bet, the casino's going to make 5.4 cents on. And that equates to big money for every $1 million that's bet. And think about it. How much is that? How much is that a day? I bet it's astronomical numbers. So now we're going to take this business model of the casino and turn it into a statistical edge for us as traders going forward. All right. Let me turn that off. So we're trying to get the 50-50 balance here, okay? Excuse me. So as you can tell over here with our 2R or 2 reward, as I call it, you know, we're trying to achieve a profit target of 2 to 4% of the capital. And, you know, we know our entry prices and everything. And we're wanting to minimize our risk to 1 to 2% of our capital, or 3 if you're one of them go for the fence type people, okay? To replicate the casino's business model, you first have to have a strategy. That is simple, and you have to follow it. You got to know how to cheat the trading market legally, of course, to where it's in your favor. And y'all have to excuse me here. My mother, she's trying to, hold on one second. Just 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. My mother was in here trying to get something here. All right. Yep. Yes, my mother. She is a surviving breast cancer at the moment, and I have to attend to her every once in a while. But sorry about that, y'all. She's got it all under control now. All right. So let's say that we take and put our entry price here, and this is just real quick. We bounce that in at $50, okay? We must have a predefined stop loss, as I told you earlier, and a predefined profit target. So we're going to drop the old stop loss in there, and then we got to put the old profit target to come up with, okay? So we're going to minimize our risk to 1% of our capital. Let's just say that that's $5, okay? So 45 from 50 leaves $5. and we're gonna excuse me, and we got to find out what we want to get out of the trade. Okay, so now we must set that profit loss, because we want to make sure that we go 2 times the amount of our stop loss to figure out what our profit target is. Okay, well, I'm going the wrong way here, which is $10. Okay, so overall we got so we can alleviate our risk over here and try to make our 2%, which our target's going to be $60. Let me get that straight here. My mother coming in here just really got me out of sync here. So you got to know what everything you're shooting for. Like I said earlier, we're trying to go for this $60 right here. So if we set our target price at 60, that's telling us that we got to double up in order for us to get that money and minimize our probability of loss here. Okay, so we can't win 100% of the time. We already know that. And we can't lose. I mean, we can lose that most of the time. So your 50-50 balance here has got it, you're still thinking that you're going to do 50-50 each time, which you probably can. But here's how we're going to minimize everything. Let's say we did 100 trades and we're doing 50-50 loss here, and we're doing our 1% risk per trade and 2% for potential profits. What does that equate into? Okay, we're trying to average a 50% win average every time. Okay, if we can do that, I'm going to show you how you're going to make money with this. All right, come on here. We got 50 times 1%, which is minus 50%. We got 50 times 2%, which is 100%. At the end of the day, you're getting 50% of your return back. That's powerful, people. That is really, really powerful. And if you'll take and use this method going forward, you can minimize so much of your loss and gain so much of your money. So you're minimizing your loss, but you're still making your profit at the same time. So what? You lost 50 times. You only won 50 times, but you doubled that because you're using this system. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you can still rack up on it. Now take that 2% over there and say it was 4%. That's 100% return on your money. And you're making crazy money with it. So, I mean, it's a very simple system to follow. And I'm going to be adding more to this. I'm not going to be doing it tonight. And everybody wants to, but there is a shot for you to make a lot of money here, folks, in the crypto game. But you got to, 1, manage your risk. 2, you got to manage your emotions. And 3, you got to have a strategy. And 4, you got to have a trading system, and you got to be consistent with it day in and day out. If you don't do that, then you're in bad shape. But we're going to be talking with you tonight over in Rev's Corner. And we're going to be doing a lot of things, answering a lot of questions. We're going to be doing a lot more of these little classes. And I'm going to show you the expectancy using this system probably on Sunday, what your ratios are. You know, let's say you lost 50% one time, and then you got off your system and you lost several more times, but at a higher loss, and you didn't do nothing on the win side, and won the same amount of times. You know, if you don't use this system right, you can still end up broke. But I'm going to show you probably on Sunday how to take this a little bit further. But while we're talking about things, anybody getting anything out of this? Type yes if you're getting anything out of this. Type yes in the chat room. All right, that's good. I'm glad everybody's getting something out of this. Here we go. It took off now. All right. Well, while we're here, I might as well show y'all something else. Boom. Boom. How about some hash flare mining for the miners out there? And we'll go back to this, you know, on the trading system. Be sure to write down your questions for the thing. I'm just going to show you real quick. I give up my little surprise there. I'm just going to show y'all something, and then we'll head on over to the chat. Let's just say right here, if you'll look at the old screen here, let's say you put $1,212. At today's price, I think a while ago when I looked at it, it's dropped down $200, but we're not going to worry about it. Let's say you put that in. You want to see how much you make in a year using this system right here? And I'll be taking questions about this right over in Rev's Corner. Look what you make right there, $10,583.11. But I'm not going to spill the beans, so to speak, right now. I'm just going to click out of that. Yeah, we'll save that. But I hope y'all got something out of it. I hope y'all got something out of this tonight. Be sure to join in, you know, our chat here after the show. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions over there in chat? Has anybody made any money today? I want to go back and rewatch, take some more notes to fully understand this awesome breakdown though. Yeah, I was on the roll there for a second. Okay, Brandon Duckworth. That's just a hypothetical number, Stan. You gotta take. Well, that was a hypothetical number, people. I mean, that's just out of the top of my head, just to do something past there. All right. But you got to learn where to set your stop loss at. If you're using 1% of your capital, you got to know where to enter the market at, and that's for another time. So, but you know, you're only going to use 1% of your capital for your risk management. Okay, so let's just say. Let's just say you said 1%, and 1% was $1. You're going to go $1 below $2, okay? That's what you can afford to lose. That's 1% of what your capital is. And you set that stop loss, or don't set a stop loss, I should say, and you bought 1,500 shares or something. Okay, I'm just using hypothetical numbers. And you think that you're going to get in the market and you're going to take off to the moon. Well, let's say the market goes the other way. Boom. It doesn't hit your stop loss. But now you set a stop loss and the trade ain't going so well, and all of a sudden it takes a dump and boom, it hits your stop loss. You only lost your $100 or whatever you got figured out in your math. That beats better. That's way better than $1,500 or more. You know. All right. So you got to have a base. You got to have good knowledge of things. I mean, you don't want to go. You just don't want to go out and swing for the fences all the time. If you take small profits over large profits, I guarantee it's almost like the tortoise and the hare. Y'all have all heard that story. Who wins? That old slow-ass turtle. That's who wins. Because he's just trugging along. I'll get there sometime. But here, you know, the rabbit's already crossed the finish line. He's broke. That old turtle's just trugging along. I'm going to get there sometime. And boom, he crossed the finish line with a big old sack full of money. It ain't all about swinging for the fences, y'all. I mean, you got to take that mindset away. If I can get a little bit at a time, I'm going to beat you to the finish line every single time. Just a little bit at a time. Might be slower, but if we're comparing, yeah, you might get to the finish line before I do, but if we're comparing of money and you taking the shortcuts and trying to swing for the fences and not setting your stop losses and everything, I'm going to beat you because I'm going to be smart and I'm setting my stop losses. I'm doing my math. I'm doing my research. I'm doing everything. The technical analysis part of it, guys, after you get past that, you go into a trade every single time doing the same thing. It's like wiping your behind. You roll the paper towel up and you wipe your behind. Some of you do it the exact same way. I know I do. I do it the exact same way every time. But think like that, guys. I mean, you got to do something the same way consistently. If you do something 28 days straight, okay, it becomes a habit. Statistically proven every single time. If you do something the same way for 28 days straight, it becomes a habit. So if you take that in consideration and try this system, do it consistently. At the end of the month, let's talk. Let's talk again. At the end of the month or a month from now, if you do this system, let's talk again and see where you stand at. And Sunday, I'm going to go over what you need to do implementing this system, okay? One thing you always got to do, you heard me last night talk on my stream over on my channel, is you got to keep a journal. If you don't keep a journal, folks, you're gonna be in bad shape. You are going to be in bad shape. Because how are you going to judge, compare how many wins to losses, It's like keeping statistics in baseball. All you cats are swinging for the fences, but how many times have you hit a home run? You might hit a home run once out of 20 times, but how many trades are you making? 100, 200, 300? I mean, you got to weigh yourself here, guys. That scale might be like this right now. And this hand over here is the losing hand. You're down here. You know, you ain't making no money. If you want to make some money and put the profit over here and put this up there in the air, you got to do it. You got to be consistent with it. You can't try the system, and if it don't work for you, switch it up and throw all your money to the wolves. It just don't work that way. Anybody got any questions over there in the chat room for me? Let me see what's going on in the chat room. That's pretty good there. Pretty good. Much. Yeah. How do you factor exchange fees into small trades? You factor that in with your risk. I mean, if you're taking profit, I mean, it really ain't going to matter. I mean, you just can't look at it. Can't stop Roberto. No, I don't know what you're meaning by that, but all right. No questions. Please check Super Chat. I can't do it from my end because I've not got the Super Chat powers over here on my end. I just got the stream key. But save all your questions. We'll be running over to old Rev's Corner over on the Discord channel. And the Discord channel can be read in the description down below the video here. Guys, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to this channel. And please hit the like button if you haven't done so already. We greatly appreciate it. You know, this is a good community. It's your community, and, you know, I'm sure everybody that's involved with this community appreciates that you're here. And, you know, you can't look around all corners. You can't win all the time. But if you can minimize your losses and maximize your wins, at the end of the day, you're going to be a lot better. Be sure to check out my channel over on YouTube. It's called Rev Crypto. Check me out here on Discord. I'm here every single day. And you have any questions, be sure to pop in. But let me add something here, you know, because there's going to be haters. And I get that. And I see, you know, there's some haters in there that just, you know, didn't like the video tonight. You know, there's 6 of them. You know, some people just don't like old Rev, and that's, you know, their problem. I don't mind. But, you know, you got to be respectful to people, and I try to be. If you don't agree to me, don't. Just, you know, I'm not asking nobody to be my friend or anything like that. I'm trying to help people advance their knowledge of cryptocurrency and trading and everything, only to help you out. So don't ruin it for the other people, and the other people don't pay attention to the ones out there in the world. But I'm just going to leave that at that. And hope everybody got something out of it tonight. You're quite welcome, everybody. Yeah, trolls don't have no line. They waste their time trolling. Exactly right. That's a good point there, Pat Man. And I appreciate everybody showing me the love. That's it. We're going to ignore the haters. Can I watch this in full later? Yes, you can. It will be up here. Also, I will have a copy of it up on my channel, but you can catch it right here. Just look in the video playlist. Great. So I hope everybody uh, takes a chance and comes on over to, and I'm sure name Richard Howard. Yeah, we try to stay positive, and we're going to stay positive. You know, these people just don't, you know, they ain't got a life. They're probably broke. I'm laughing all the way to the bank every day. So, but I hope to help everybody else. Look here, I want everybody to have a good weekend till Sunday evening. I don't know what time. We'll post it up here. And this might become a regular series here, everybody. And I hope it was good for you tonight. Be sure to pass it along to the powers to be. Oh, Naeem, catch him. He might be in here after a while doing another one right behind me. But nonetheless, head on over to the Discord channel. I hope everybody has a great, wonderful weekend. Make a lot of money. Look at this trading system, y'all. I mean, you got to start somewhere. You got to have some kind of system in order to make money. I mean, if you're going at it in the dark now, please stop. Please stop trading if you're going about it in the dark, because I'll tell you what, you're just asking yourself to problems, and I don't want to see nobody suffer, and I want everybody to become rich, okay? So until next time, I'm the Rev of Crypto, Bob Riley. I'll catch you again Sunday sometime. Be sure to watch the announcements, and we'll see you soon. Head on over to the Discord. With that being said, snipers out.